where the eggs came from the 5,000 Rhode Island red hens earlier this morning.
Right.
And now they're coming here into the packaging and grading station, right?
Yes, they come down out of the barn on a conveyor belt, and then we bring them out here through the washer and then through a candler.
Okay.
And then they get automatically packaged by weight into the cartons. We don't touch them at all with our hands anymore. It's all automated.
Allow me to introduce Cora Beking. She is the co-owner here at Beking Poultry Farm with her husband, John. You guys have an incredible operation
thank
there.
you.
I did not expect this when I came out this morning. Awesome.
It's a family-run farm.
And for 35 years you have owned it, right?
Yeah.
So I would imagine after 35 years, you sure know how to do things right.
Yeah, we can almost do it with our eyes closed.
So the eggs are coming in. Why don't you touch them anymore?
They're better not handled because there's less chance of cracks.
Right.
The more you handle the eggs, the more tendency there is to have cracked eggs.
So they're being washed here,
They're being
right?
lined up here. There's little channels that they go through. They're being washed. Then they're being rinsed. And there's a fan in here that dries them. And then Anita Donnell is in here.
Is it okay if I move the curtain?
Yes.
Oh, she's hiding from us. Hi, Anita.
She's the candler.
Okay.
And farm couldn't run without her. So with the candler, you can see if there's cracks in there or if there's a meat spot or a blood spot. We rarely get blood spots. She just put an egg on there so you can tell that there is a cracked egg.
So the light is to really amplify whether there are imperfections or cracks.
Yes.
And you mentioned a blood spot?
Yeah.
What's that?
If a bird is stressed, they may produce a small blood spot or a meat spot in with their eggs. But like I said, it's rare. We hardly ever get any.
Okay. And you have to throw those eggs away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Anita. You're welcome. So moving along, what's the next step?
The next step is the weight area. Here the eggs are weighed individually. It's all computerized. You can see on the screen we have the super jumbo, extra large, large, medium, small, and peewees.
Peewee, what do you do with the peewee egg?
We actually have a customer in Smith Falls that takes the peewees and sells them. The medium, I actually try and pickle most of them, as long as time permits.
Why are medium eggs ideal for pickling?
Because the peewees are way too small to peel.
Right.
So here we hand pack. We fill these with cartons because that's where the large are going in right now. And the green trays means that they're surplus eggs and they're getting dyed and actually go to a breaker plant.
And what exactly is a breaker plant?
They make it into liquid eggs and whatever else they do with them.
And which eggs? Sorry to interrupt you. Go on.
No, it's just that the birds are young, so they're not producing a lot of large eggs right now. So we have a lot of peewees and small and mediums, and we don't have a market for them. We market all our own eggs directly. So by because of the age of the bird, as they mature, the large egg will have a lot more large eggs, and then we won't have a surplus.
So it takes an older bird to produce that jumbo egg.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. Once they're 3-4 months old, most of their eggs are large and extra large. And a bird may lay a large egg one day and then a jumbo the next. There's no predicting.
So it's completely sporadic.
Yes.
How neat is that?
Yes.
Okay, later on CTV Morning Live, we will take a look at how the eggs are packaged and sent off, and of course, where you can find them. Stay with us. That's all coming up later on the show.